Hi, I'm so excited to bring this to your way today because this, as I promised you, is going to be so mind blowing and so life changing for many of you that are going to be listening to this. So, this is what they don't teach you in many public speaking school. Now, my name is Stephen Michael, and I am the founder of the High Profile Speaker Circle. But before I founded the High Profile Speaker Circle, I also own a public speaking school called the Speech Masters Academy, where we train public speakers in real life. But before I have the Speech Masters Academy, I've equally taught in two different public speaking schools, and that is where I noticed some of the things that I want to share with you. And it's very, very strange and weird to me because most times people who come to study public speaking end up making so many mistakes because the schools are not focusing on, according to my own opinion or by my own opinion, the schools are not focusing on what is more important. They are focusing on the minor instead of focusing on the major. So the three things I'm going to share with you today are the three things that many public speaking schools don't even tell you, and maybe you're even wasting your time and resources trying to get better in those areas. So let's talk about the first one. The first one is that phonetics does not pay. Now, it is good to sound good and it is good to have good phonetics and good English accent, and those things are very awesome. But listen, people are not going to pay you because you spoke good English. People are not going to pay you because you spoke phonetics. In fact, sometimes people end up trying to impress people by speaking phonetics, and what happens is that people lose attention from the message. So people are not paying attention to the message, rather they are paying attention to how the message is being said. So people are watching your lips instead of following your message. If you really want to become a great speaker, you must learn to focus on the message. The message has to be clear, and if phonetics will help you to communicate the message more clearly, then go ahead and get it. But if phonetics in your context, in your country, in your own experience, and in your own industry will not help you to communicate the message effectively and clearly, well, you might just want to speak what people will understand. Second thing I want to say is you don't really have to be a freak of nature to be a great speaker. So some people have this notion or this idea that speakers speak in certain ways, act in certain ways, dress in certain ways, and talk in certain ways. What that does to us most times is that we lose our originality on stage. We get up on stage and we are acting like something else, and people can see that from far. When people look at you and there is no congruence, there is no agreement, there is no alignment between what you're saying and who you project yourself to be, people are going to feel like you're some kind of fake or freak on stage. You don't really have to be like anyone on stage. In fact, if there's anyone you have to be like on stage, it's most probably you. By being yourself, your real self, your authentic self, people will connect more with you and they will find more reasons to believe you because what you're saying will be in alignment with what you look like. And that is the best speech ever that you can give. The only thing that needs to change when you have to really communicate a message is anything about you that comes in the way of the message. Anything about you that contradicts, that filters, that disrupts, or that destroys the intention of the message. So if your dress is going to get in the way of the message, well, deal with it. If your carriage or something about you is going to affect the quality of the message you're delivering, then you have to do something about it. But besides that, you just have to be yourself. The last thing I want to say is that speakers are not paid to speak. I mean, saying that speakers are paid to speak is like saying that footballers are paid to kick the football. If footballers are paid such a huge amount of money to kick the football, I wonder why you and I are still here speaking. We should just hit the pitch and do some kicking of the footballs and get paid for that. But really, footballers are not just paid to kick the football, and so speakers are not paid to speak. Speakers are paid to deliver value. And this value most times comes in the form of information, packaged information, processed information that has a guarantee, right? Some kind of information that has a promise, that has some objective that it delivers, that has some result that it brings to the organization or to the individual who is paying you. So if you want to start getting paid, you have to really assess what you're speaking on and ask yourself, how much value does it deliver to people? So here are the things they don't teach you in any public speaking school. Phonetics does not pay anyone, and you don't have to be a freak of nature to be a great speaker. And really, speakers are not paid to speak, but they are paid to deliver value. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoy making it for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and see you in the next video.